A cow only has so many muscles, but somehow steak comes in dozens of different cuts at wildly different prices, from a few dollars a pound to hundreds. That difference comes down to exactly where on the animal each cut is taken from. We're going through the main cuts of steak, from the ones you've probably grilled before to the one that can cost more than the rest of the meal combined. Every cut of steak comes down to two things: how much that muscle was used while the animal was alive, and how much fat runs through it. Muscles that barely move stay tender. Muscles that work hard stay tougher, but usually end up with more flavor. That trade-off is the whole story behind every cut on this list. Let's start with the one most people already know. Sirloin. Sirloin comes from the back of the cow, near the rear. It's a solid middle ground cut, reasonably tender, decent flavor, and usually one of the more affordable steaks in the case. It's a common choice for grilling because it cooks fairly evenly and doesn't require much beyond salt, pepper, and heat. It's a good baseline, but move a little further up the animal and the flavor changes completely. Ribeye. Ribeye comes from the rib section, and it's known for heavy marbling, the white streaks of fat running through the meat. That fat melts as it cooks, which is what gives ribeye its reputation as one of the more flavorful cuts. It's also naturally a little more forgiving if it's slightly overcooked, since the fat keeps it from drying out as fast as leaner cuts do. Number 3. Filet Mignon. Filet mignon comes from the tenderloin, a muscle that does almost no work during the animal's life. That's exactly why it's the most tender cut on this list. But it also has less fat than ribeye, so the flavor is milder. It's usually the most expensive cut per pound, priced for texture more than for taste. So far, we've covered 3 cuts that each come as their own steak. The next one is actually 2 steaks in one. Number 4. T-bone and Porterhouse. Both of these cuts include a T-shaped bone with meat on either side, a strip steak on one side, a piece of tenderloin on the other. A Porterhouse is essentially the same cut, just taken from further back on the animal, where the tenderloin portion is larger. Order either one, and you're getting 2 different textures and flavors on a single plate. Number 5. Flank steak. Flank steak comes from the abdominal muscles, which work hard throughout the animal's life. That makes it leaner and tougher than the cuts we've covered so far, with long muscle fibers running the length of the steak. It's almost always marinated before cooking and sliced thin against the grain afterward, which is what keeps it from turning chewy. Number 6. Skirt steak. Skirt steak comes from the diaphragm area, close to flank steak, but with even more visible grain and a slightly richer, beefier flavor. It's a common choice for fajitas, specifically because it cooks fast over high heat and holds up well to bold marinades and seasoning. Pattern interrupt. Every cut so far has been priced and cooked based on tenderness versus flavor. The next 2 flip that idea entirely. They're less about the muscle and more about presentation and marbling taken to the extreme. Number 7. Tomahawk. A tomahawk steak is really just a ribeye, left attached to a long section of rib bone instead of being trimmed off. The meat itself isn't different from a standard ribeye. The bone is mostly there for presentation and to help retain heat while cooking. It's one of the more dramatic-looking steaks on a menu and priced accordingly, even though you're paying for a lot of bone along with the meat. 1 cut left. This is the one where marbling stops being a bonus and becomes the entire point. Number 8. Wagyu. Wagyu comes from specific Japanese cattle breeds known for extremely high marbling, far beyond what's typical in most beef. The fat is distributed so evenly through the muscle that top-grade Wagyu can look almost more white than red. That marbling is graded on a strict scale in Japan, with A5 sitting at the very top, and prices can run into hundreds of dollars for a single steak.
Same animal, 8 completely different experiences, all coming down to which muscle it came from and how much fat runs through it. Next time you're looking at a steak menu, that's really the only thing you need to know to figure out what you're actually paying for. If this helped you make sense of the steak counter, hit subscribe. We covered rice and pasta shapes the same way, and there's more of these coming.